History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. We brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
On this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. This hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their family's permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. A million years ago, that blew up. And, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources, in opportunity, right now.
One, two, three. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you, and I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home, I'm making my way.
Welcome back to the stream. Tonight we have a special presentation brought to you by the Dirt Track Alliance. That is Friday Night Lights, Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights, and Coast to Coast Racing League. Tonight we start our celebration of two outstanding organizations. One that supports dirt track racing on the sim. That is the Dirt Track Bank, who have come on board to sponsor this awesome event. And the beneficiary of tonight's drivers and all that we have going on, that is Mission 22. This is a fundraiser for the good folks at Mission 22. We are starting off tonight. This is a week-long event. Welcome back to Got Your Six Racing Network. As always, at Got Your Six Racing Network, we are racing for awareness of veterans issues every week. You'll see us play promo videos throughout the night of companies out there that are doing great things for veterans. So if you have the means to donate, please do so. If not, you know a veteran out there maybe you hadn't heard from in a while, please reach out. Let them know you're thinking about them. 22 veterans a day take their own lives. We're trying to lower that number to 0. And speaking of veterans, out on the track are the veterans portion of the night. These are all veterans or first responder drivers. We start off the night with the veterans running the 360 sprint cars. There are 3 entries into next Thursday night's $1,500 finale. One from the sprint cars, one from the pro late models, and one from the 358 modifieds. So out on the track, we're following on with the 513. That is the Marine Machine of Jeff Barker, currently 6th quick on the clock. Jeff putting in a 13:48. Patrick Spangler's with us in the 39 machine. He's currently 2nd quick in that 39 machine. Aiden Young currently at the top of the board in the 69, just wrapping up with a 13:33. Michael Vitale in the 213 is with us. He's 9th quick. Steven Maurer, he is 10th quick in the 8 car. Couple cars still left on track. Looks like that will actually wrap it up. Aiden Young, Patrick Spangler, Bob the Good, Doyle Lawrence, and Andy Patton are your top 5 in qualifying. We will have a 20-lap race here to see who is heading to the big show next Thursday night to battle it out for that $1,500 in cash money. Again, if you're out there and you want to donate, this whole week is dedicated to Mission 22, the great things that they're doing for veterans. We couldn't be more happy to be a part of what they have going on. We will play their videos throughout the night. Again, if you're out there, you would like to donate, check out Mission 22. So we have wrapped up waiting for qualifying. We're going into a 20-lap. We do have 4 races tonight. So on the schedule, we will take a quick look. We have the veterans. That will be followed by... Give me one moment as I bring up the information. Again, thank you all for tuning in. We have both 360 or pro late models, 360s, 358. So coming up after the veterans race, we have the regular 360s. We will have 2 nights of qualifying, same format. We have 360s pro late models, and we'll close out the night with the 358 modifieds right here at Charlotte. Again, all proceeds go to Mission 22. So I'd like to, again, thank them for all that they're doing for veterans as we're waiting for the clock to wind down here. Currently have 10 veterans in the field. Veterans League is a regular part of the Coast to Coast Racing League. Again, if you're out there, you're in the market for a great racing league, check out Coast to Coast Racing, C2CRL, racing without all the drama that you will see in other leagues. Myself and my team have been racing with C2C for a few years now, so great group of guys. Check them out. Again, that's c2crl.com. Tonight brought to you by the Dirt Alliance. That is C2C and Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights in conjunction have got together to put this on for you. Again, it is a week-long show, so it will not end until next Thursday. We will have qualifying for the next 3 nights, I believe. I'd have to look back at the schedule, but we will have qualifying before we get into the races that are going to count. So welcome aboard. Heat 1 is on the grid. Aiden Young on the front row with Patrick Spangler to his outside. Bob the Good, Doyle Lawrence in row number 2. Andy Patton, Gary Taylor in 3. Jeff Barker, Andrew Mbach in row number 4. Michael Vitale and Steve Maurer will round out your field of 10 drivers. Aiden Young in the sprint car, more aware of the 69 car running in pro late model, so we'll see how he does tonight. Watch that 39 on his outside. That is Patrick Spangler. Mr. Bob the Good is on the inside of row number 2 in the 7 Air Force machine. I'd like to thank Bob for his service in the United States Air Force. He has Doyle Lawrence to his outside, a firefighter paramedic out of the Houston area. Gary Taylor, a firefighter in the 34 machine with Andy Patton in the Air Force 87. Andy served in the United States Air Force as a crew chief on F-16s. Jeff Barker in the 513 Marine machine. He's got the 410 to his outside. Michael Vitale in the 213 is with us, also an Air Force member. I'd like to thank all of these gentlemen for their service to their either communities or countries. As we're getting ready to go green, it is the 69 car of Aiden Young that will be looking for the green flag. They are coming off of turn number 4. Green flag is out. We are underway. 69 car on that bottom side. Welcome to Charlotte. 39 car with a great run off the top of 2. Aiden Young's going to keep it down low as the 39 car drops down low. Doyle Lawrence in that 3 car. He's in P3, followed by Gary Taylor and Bob the Good are your top 5. Andy Patton in the 87 trying to make some noise coming up through the field. Andrew Embach in the 410. We did get nose to tail pretty quick here. Aiden Young slides up high. Patrick Spangler trying to keep that 39 car down low to see if he can't make something happen. He pulls up alongside. We are on board the 39 car. That is Patrick Spangler as he is falling in the tire tracks of the 69. See him running a little lower exit there. Looking back from Spangler, you can see the top 2 have pulled away from the field a little bit. So Spangler and Aiden Young pulling away from the field. Gary Taylor in the 34, currently in P3. He moves up 3 from his starting position. Doyle Lawrence now, he's battling it out with the 87 car of Andy Patton. We are on the front right suspension of that number 3 machine. Doyle Lawrence, the owner-operator of Raven Graphics, like to thank Doyle for his support. Up front, you're not missing much. Top 2, nose to tail, lap 8 of 20. Gary Taylor in the 34 is about to have company with the 7 car of Bob the Good. Oh, 513. Caution comes out. Barker looks like he dove down in the corner. Let's take a look. The 3 up high. So the 3 comes down onto the 513. Those 2 into the outside wall. That will bring out our first caution. This is just what that number 39 car needed. He brought himself back to the rear bumper of the 69. Gary Taylor has moved up 3 from the start in that 34. Bob the Good currently in P4. Andy Patton in P5. So this will bring the field, made it just about halfway. This will bring the field back together. This restart will be on the 69, so Aiden Young will get to dictate. Sprint cars are single file restarts. We saw Patrick Spangler ducking the nose of that 39 car. He was doing a little shallow, little sharper exit on the corners, trying to get that 39 a good run on the backstretch. So we'll see how that plays out. You can never count out the 34 car. That is the captain, Gary Taylor, out on the track. Pace truck is off. That will leave the field to the 69 of Aiden Young. Everybody is tightening up in the backstretch. We're getting ready to go back to green. Great restart by Aiden Young. Puts a gap between himself and the 39. Patrick Spangler will keep that 39 down low. Gary Taylor on the high side. Now Bob the Good in the 7 car. He's down low. Looks like that high side is the place to be as Andy Patton in the 87 goes by. Had a great talk with Andy Patton this week about both of our service in the United States Air Force. Found out we both actually served in the same building in Germany with the F-16 squadron, so that was pretty cool. Aiden Young up front. Patrick Spangler, he sends it down low. Can't make the slide job. Came up just short. Can the 39 regroup? Get back to the rear bumper of the 69 of Aiden Young. Working lap 14 of 20. Gary Taylor falling off the pace a little bit, as is the 87. He's going to get passed by the 410 of Embach. So those two battling it out. Up front, once again, Aiden Young, crossover from Patrick Spangler. Those two battling it out. Spangler's going to get on the high side. Young's going to try a crossover. They are side by side at the line. No room for the 69 to slide up. Put Spangler in the 39 car on the point. He is working that extreme high side. Spangler now puts a little bit of a gap between himself and Aiden Young. Great piece of driving by that 39 to capture that the point here. Aiden Young in P2, followed by the captain, Gary Taylor. Andrew Embach, Andy Patton are your top 5. Doyle Lowrance back in the 3 car. He's still battling it out with the 8 car. That is Steve Maurer in front of the 3. Up front, practice Patrick Spangler on lap 19 of 25. We got 2 to go. We will go on board with the 69 car. 1 lap to go. You can see the track starting to get a little bit slick at corner entry. Aiden Young pulls up alongside the 39. Young is going to go for the slide job. Lap traffic in the way. Crossover coming. Aiden Young at the line. Young, Spangler, Taylor, Patton, DeGood are your top 5. What a great start to the night. We will get a quick word. Hey, Roger, you there? We will get a word with your top 3 here momentarily. Spangler and Young kick off the night in grand fashion. Yes, sir. We will get a word with those cats. We will start with the captain, Gary Taylor. Soon as we get set up here. Gary Taylor in the 34 machine moves up 3 positions from his start. He's able to put that 34 car on the podium. Gary, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Man, great way to kick off the night. The veterans and first responders with a great show, man. You moved up 3 positions from your start. How'd you get up there?
I just pushed myself the best I could. I was watching Patrick, and I was trying to see what his line was going to be, and then I decided just stay on the top, and it seemed to work out for me.
Yes, it did. Great run by you. You kick off the week with a podium. come up two spots short of a transfer, but you have plenty more opportunities, my friend. Who do you want to thank for your podium finish tonight?
Well, I really want to appreciate the guys from C2C Racing League, the Salty Dogs Racing League, and Malcolm Mills Mill Writing, Pitside Podcast, and that's about it, I guess, for tonight.
Yeah, Gary, as you know, Gary the Captain Taylor, great run, my friend, and hopefully we see you later on this week.
Yep. Okay, Joe. Thanks.
Yep. Have a good night.
Yep.
The 39 car of Patrick Spangler put on a heck of a show, comes up one position short. Patrick, this is Joe. You got me?
Yep, gotcha.
Hey, man, great run. You and Aiden Young put on a great show up front. What'd you need to get by him to stay in front of that 69 machine?
I felt good like lap 17 through 18, and then just fell apart in the last 2 laps. And he was just running a lot faster than I was, and I don't run this track too much, so hopefully when it sucks off, I'll be able to find some more speed. But Aiden ran a good race.
Yeah, man, fixed setups. I know you're probably used to open setups, so fixed setups probably makes this a little bit more difficult. Have to adjust. Do you find yourself having to adjust your driving style?
A little bit, just because of how much fuel was in there for a 20-lap race, and it's super tacky. So I was trying to even out where you want the wing, so your back end's not trying to slide all the way around going into turn 1. So it was took a couple laps to get used to, and then got her worked out, and then just lost it again. So hopefully the track will slick out more and get more racier in the next race.
Yeah, man, great run by you. Start off the week with a podium finish. Who do you want to thank for your drive on the podium?
Thank you for putting on the broadcast and everything you do for the league. Roger for running the league, Dirt Track Bank for sponsoring, and Cool Ray. Dad and Uncle back home watching, Training Wheels Racing, and hopefully you can carry the momentum throughout the rest of the night.
Yeah, man, good luck. We'll see you there. The 69 car of Aiden Young gets up front early, started on the pole, kept that 69 on the pole. Aiden, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you, Joe.
Man, great show up front by you and Spangler. Had no doubt that was going to happen. How was your night, man?
It's going pretty good so far. Just got to keep this momentum up and put it towards the next qualifier.
Yeah, I thought once Spangler cleared, he did open up a bit of a gap, but you were able to close that back in. You guys put on a heck of a show, man, as always. We will who do you want to thank? We'll get on to the next race. Who do you want to thank for your drive to victory lane in that 69?
I got to thank Gambling Motorsports as always. Cool Ray for being on the car every season, and obviously Young Creations and my family for letting me do this.
Yeah, man, now you're qualified for the big show on Thursday. So you still going to run the rest of the veteran races, or is it going to be just one and you're done with a qualifying position in the 360s?
Oh, I'm not sure yet. We'll see.
Yeah, man, love to see you out there. Need the numbers, as you know, in the Veterans League. So, man, outstanding run by you, my friend. Congratulations on your victory, and we'll see you, I'm sure, later on tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, man. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There are the Veterans and First Responders 360s to kick off this week. Again, this all benefits Mission 22. So we will take a quick break, and when we come back, we will be with the regular drivers in the 360 sprint cars. So thanks for tuning in. We will be right back.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more.
This October, some of iRacing's best dirt racers come together for one of the biggest paydays ever. All dirt roads lead to Charlotte and the Dirt Track Bank World Finals, presented by the Dirt Alliance. Fixed 360s, Pro Late models, and small block modifieds collide for 7 action-packed nights in a pursuit of a guaranteed purse of $1,500. 3 champions and an overall world champion will be crowned. Register now for this great event. Go to c2crl.com for more information. The World Finals run from October 21st to the 27th. 100% of registration goes to Mission 22 in their fight to end veteran suicide. A joint effort between the Coast to Coast Racing League, Friday Night Lights, and Dirt Track Bank, a division of Malvern Bank. Don't miss it.
This November, dirt racing's most celebrated stars align in an electrifying spectacle. The World of Outlaws World Finals. All dirt roads lead to Charlotte as the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars, World of Outlaws Case Late Models, and Super Dirt Car Series Big Blocks collide. 4 action-packed nights, 3 season champions. Get your tickets now. November 2nd through the 5th at the Dirt Track in Charlotte.
I am Sergeant Clay Warren. I suffered from PTSD. In 2013, I ended my own life. Now my voice has been brought back to speak to people like me. Know that you're not the only one.
Welcome back. We are back. These are the 360 Sprint Cars. We do have an absolute packed house. Looks like we are going to have some cars that will not make it through tonight. So some of your veterans that you just saw race earlier are back on the track. We are following along with the 87. That is Andy Patton. And we also saw the 513 of Barker in the Marine Machine. The top of the board, Brian Moore Sr. currently holds the quick time with a 13:10. Brandon Templeton in the Dirt Track Bank, number 31, is 13:14, followed by Canellis, Ripka, Goldner. We do have a few cars left out on the track. Again, this is the 360 Sprint Cars, week 1. We will follow them up with the Pro Late models and close out the night with the 358 Modifieds. Again, this is a week-long event. We thank you all for tuning in. And those who have donated, greatly appreciated. Dirt Track Bank has made this possible in conjunction with Coolray. Those two companies have come on board big time and made donations. That's going to make this this benefit huge. So thank you to those individuals. We are getting ready to advance to qualifying. Again, these are the 360 sprint cars once again. Some of those veterans that we just saw race are out on the track. Patrick Spengler in the 39 is still out there. See who is first out on track. Looks like it is that 31 car of Brandon Templeton in the Dirt Track Bank 31, driver out of Corning, Iowa. Templeton out on track, we will see. Now it looks like the track is full of drivers in qualifying. Brandon Templeton has been my teammate for a few years. Great guy. Coming off of turn 4. For his first time lap. Templeton will go to the top of the board for not very long. Bruce Hilton, Bill Calder out on track in the 325 machine. Patrick Spengler now to the top of the board. That board will move rapidly. The 55 car is on track. That is Steven Spies. Spies currently 5th quick. Kurt Schatzer in the 218. He's 8th quick. Aiden Young in the 69. We saw Aiden Young and Patrick Spengler battle it out. Those two at the top of the board. Robert Lynch in the 121. 15th quick for Robert Lynch. Steve Maurer in the 888 machine. He is currently 17th quick. Can he improve on his second lap? No, sir. 17th quick. Randy Shreves in the 56 machine out on track. Let's see if Randy Shreves can crack that top 5. Spengler, Young, Canellis, Beagle, Reynolds are your top 5 currently. F 13th quick for Randy Shreves. Zach Neubauer is with us. He just finished up, it looks like. No, he's just getting going in that 52. Kevin Davis in the 18 machine. He is 19th quick coming off of turn 4 at the flag stand for Davis. 19th quick. Kyle Moonen is with us in the 24 machine. Currently 14th quick. Steve Goldner just jumped up the board. Put the 30 car in P4. Will he improve on his second lap as he comes off of turn 4 at the flag stand? Third quick. Moves up 1. Zach Neubauer in the 52, currently 16th quick. And it will be 16th quick for Zach Neubauer in that 52 machine. It looks like that will do it. Again, we do have a packed house. Looks like we will have 2 cars heading home tonight. They will have to try on another night. Again, we do have some last chance qualifiers coming up on Sunday and Monday, I believe. So tonight is not the end of the road for these drivers. Again, this is a week-long event. The main event will be on Thursday evening, as we are getting ready to go heat racing. Patrick Spengler, Joe Canellis on the front row. Brandon Templeton, Mike Schultz in row number 2. Kyle Moon and Zach Neubauer in 3. Barry Goldner, Michael Vitale in row number 4. Billy Roberts rounds out your field of 9 drivers. We are waiting for Joe Canellis in that number 1 card. There he is. So it looks like we do have a full field. Field called for 9. We do have 9. Heat races will be 8 laps. Patrick Spengler with your quick time in that 39 car. Aiden Young was P2. So we saw those two do battle in the Veterans and First Responders division. Now we will see them do battle in the regular 360 show. Joe Canellis on the outside in that number 1 machine. Pace truck should exit next time by. Again, we have 8 laps to settle this. Top 4 heading to the show. Everyone else going to a Alphabet Soup. Probably just a B main. I don't think we'll have enough for a C main, but we will see. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to the 39 of Patrick Spangler. As the field is tightening up. Again, the overall finale will be accumulation of the 3 cars, so you'll see drivers out here in cars that they don't usually run. Green flag is out. Spangler on the inside of Joe Canellis. Great start by the 39 car as he slides up, gets on that outside. Looks like a great run by the number 1 car. That's Joe Canellis in P2. Brandon Templeton keeping the 31 car down low. Mike Schultz is battling it out with Kyle Moonen. Those two came close to making contact. 16 car moves up alongside the 31 of Brandon Templeton. 16 will slide up, had the chance, didn't take it. Mike Schultz battling it out. That is Kyle Moonen. He goes to the outside. The 31 of Templeton was there. Looks like the 31 car was the pinball there, getting banged around a little bit. Up front, Patrick Spangler leading the way, pulling away from Joe Canellis. Mike Schultz in P3, Moonen in 4. Zach Neubauer in the 52 machine is in P5. That car down low is Templeton trying to fight back down on the bottom side. He is the only car running that dedicated low line, as there is no room to sneak back up on the high side. Patrick Spangler pulling away. Mike Schultz trying to close in on the 1 car of Joe Canellis on lap 6 of 8. Great run into turn 3. He's able to pull to the rear tail tank of that 1 car, but cannot make the pass. Zach Neubauer in the 52. He gets underneath the 24 of Kyle Moonen. Moonen returns the favor in the 24. That is your 4th and final transfer position. They're battling it out. 52 car cuts it a little close. Last lap, Spangler up front, going to win. Canellis, Mike Schultz. This is the battle for the final transfer. Kyle Moonen will get it. Heat 2, Aiden Young, Ryan Beagle on the front row. Lance Ripka, Bruce Hilton in row 2. Andy Patton, Brian Moore Sr. in row number 3. Robert Lynch, Steve Maurer in row number 4. Bill Calder rounds out your field of 9 drivers. Again, we did see the 69 car battle it out. He did win the Veterans Division earlier tonight. So if he qualifies in tonight, he will get to pick which he wants to run, which he will most likely take this provisional start in the final on Thursday night, which will open up that veterans position to a driver. You never know, a driver that finished 6th in the veterans race could actually make the show as these cars qualify over the next 4 nights. Again, we have 8 laps. Ryan Beagle on the outside. Lance Ripka in the 125. He's on the inside of row number 2, followed by Bruce Hilton in that 10 car. The 87 car of Andy Patton, the Air Force aboard, with Brian Moore Sr. to his outside in that bright yellow number 55. But it is Aiden Young that will take us to the green flag as they come out of turn 3. He will be looking for the green flag. Restarts are on green here. Green flag is out. We are underway. It looks like Ryan Beagle got a little jump on that outside. He moves in front of the 69 car of Aiden Young. That 4th transfer position heating up already. That's Brian Moore Sr. battling out with the 125 of Ripka. Great run off the top side by the 69 of Aiden Young as he tries to reel in Ryan Beagle. Bruce Hilton in a comfortable 3rd. Now Andy Patton moves up into P4. So put the 87 car in the final transfer position. Ripka, the first car on the outside looking in. Brian Moore Sr. with a great run off the top side of number 4. He will have it at the line, but does not keep that position long. Those two battling it out side by side. Ryan Beagle up front. 69 car closing in. Slide job coming. He makes enough room on that high side. Crossover coming from Ryan Beagle. He will return the slide job. Crossover coming from Aiden Young. They are side by side at the line. Make a little bit of contact. Aiden Young will take over the lead, followed by Ryan Beagle on lap 6 of 8. Beagle now running about a half car length lower than the 69. Oh, gets into the inside tire, does Beagle. That probably did damage to that vehicle. Aiden Young now, he's out front by quite a bit, over a second gap between himself and Hilton. Andy Patton in the 87 car is in P3. Brian Moore Sr. is currently in the 4th and final transfer position as Beagle tries to battle back. He's going to slide up. They're going to come off at turn 4 side by side. It will be Moore Sr. at the line as Beagle tried to recover from that incident earlier. Great finish. Aiden Young, Hilton Patton, Moore Sr. are your 4 transfer drivers to the feature. Steve Goldner, Dean Reynolds on the front row. Steven Spies, Kurt Schatzer in row number 2. Randy Shreves, Gary Taylor in 3. Kevin Davis and Steve Maurer round out your final heat race of 8 drivers. Again, Goldner and Reynolds, top 4 heading directly to the show. Top 4 are Goldner, Reynolds, Spies, and Schatzer. Watch that 56 car of Randy Shreves coming out of row number 3 on the inside. We saw that 34 car, the Captain Gary Taylor, have a great run in the 34, finished on the podium in the veterans and first responders. It will be Stephen Goldner that brings us to the green flag as the cars make their way into turn number 3. Goldner will be looking for the green flag as he exits turn 4. Green flag is out. We are underway. This should be the last heat race of the 360 sprint cars. Goldner sends it down low, as does Speed. Speed moves up. There is the 56 car of Randy Shreves on that bottom side. Shreves is working the bottom side. Looks like the top side has been dominant. So Shreves will be searching down low for some grip. He gets a great run off of 2. He moves up about a half car length. Now Shreves running that middle lane. It's battling it out with the 55 car of Steven Spies. As Stephen Goldner checks out on the field a little bit, it will be Shreves and Spies battling it out. That 4th position is up for grabs. The 79 car of Dean Reynolds battling it out with Kurt Schatzer in the 18. They make contact. That will put Schatzer in the final transfer position and the 79 of Dean Reynolds into the wall. See the 34 car of Gary Taylor down low, so he's off the pace. Goldner, Spies, Shreves in the 56, Schatzer. Steven Bixler is the first car on the outside looking in. Working lap 6 of 8. Looks like Randy Shreves altered his line a little bit. Everyone is nose to tail tank here. Follow the leader on the high side. Once this track wears throughout the night, we're looking for some multiple groove racing here later on at Charlotte. 1 lap to go. Goldner has the last corner to navigate. He will make it through. Goldner for the win. Spees P2. Shreves and Schatzer are your top four, heading directly to the feature. C Main is up. Kevin Davis, Michael Vitale on the front row. Robert Lynch Jr., Gary Taylor in row 2. Barry Goldner, Steve Maurer in row 3. Dean Reynolds, Billy Roberts in 4. Bill Calder are the 9 car in the C Main here. Not sure how many cars here will transfer. Let's take a quick look. 4 will head to the back of the B main. So 4 of these cars heading to the B main and 5 cars heading home. Kevin Davis at the front of the field. Vitale Taylor, Robert Lynch in the 4th and final transfer position. So Barry Goldner is the first car on the outside looking in. As we saw a few cars get together, that is Dean Reynolds and Maurer, I believe. Up front, it is Davis. That final transfer position is heating up as Barry Goldner in the 36 is trying to catch up to Robert Lynch Jr. Everyone behind the 121 car will be heading home tonight. 325, not sure what happened to him. 36 car, he tries the slide job. Can't hold the position on lap 9 of 10. Lap traffic in front of these drivers as the 34 car, he moves back towards the 121. Contact almost made. This is going to be a good battle between Goldner and Lynch. 1 lap to go. Lynch wants that final. Uses the chrome horn, my apologies. Oh, gets into the outside wall. That will wrap it up. Davis, Vitale Taylor, and Robert Lynch. 4 cars heading to the B main. Zach Neubauer, Ryan Beagle on the front row of the B main. Stephen Bixler, Brandon Templeton in row 2. Lance Ripper, Kevin Davis in 3. Michael Vitale, Gary Taylor in 4. Robert Lynch Jr. will round out your field of 9 drivers. 8 of these drivers will transfer, so 1 will be heading home. So the battle is going to be in the back of the field. Michael Vitale, the back 4 transferred out of the C main, so they just got done doing battle. They're going to have to do it one more time to make it to the feature tonight. Pace truck should exit this time by 12 laps to get it done. 1 car heading home. Pace truck is off as the 84 getting a little head start on that outside. Ryan Beagle, we saw the 84 get a good jump on his heat race. 52 car of Zach Neubauer looking for the green flag coming off of turn number 4. 12 laps to get it done. We are underway. The green flag is out. If you're in front of the field, you got to keep that nose clean. As of 1 car will be heading home. That is currently the 121 of Robert Lynch. That's where we will be watching tonight as Lynch tries to pull up on the rear bumper of Gary Taylor. Lynch down low, running a kind of a skinny slider line there. Up front, Zach Neubauer able to hold the lead, but he's got pressure from Ryan Beagle in that 84. Now Stephen Bixler in the 75. He wants to take P3. Not sure how hard these cars up front will run, but it will move them up in the features. So every position is 1 position closer to the front. That is Brandon Templeton on the outside in the 31 dirt track bank entry. Stephen Bixler in the 75. Michael Vitale in the 213. Vitale trying to give that bottom side a look, as is the 52. Your leader goes down low. 84 car Beagle into the outside wall. Robert Lynch not able to make any progress from the back. He is the first car on the outside looking in of a transfer to the feature. Zach Neubauer in the 52 changed his line. That's the first time we've seen one of the leaders running the bottom side. So not sure if that slick track is starting to come in as Templeton throws in a slider line, and he will stay up on the high side this time by Ryan Beagle in the 84 car. We saw him get into the wall earlier, followed by Vitale in the 213. Lance Ripka in the 125. Kevin Davis in the 18. Looks like Robert Lynch into the outside wall. That may end his night. He was making a move on the 75 car of Stephen Bixler. Looks like he pushed it a little bit hard, got in the outside wall at the exit of turn 4. We are working lap 10 of 12. Neubauer has found something on that bottom side. He has able to open a gap between himself and now second place Brandon Templeton. So the 52 car finding something down low. The 84 car of Ryan Beagle's going to go down low and see if he can't make that bottom line work. That 84 car may have had damage from contact with the outside wall. 1 lap to go. 52 car of Zach Neubauer comes off of turn 4. Neubauer, Templeton, Vitale, Taylor, Beagle, Ripka, Bixler, Kevin Davis, and Robert Lynch will be the car that heads home for tonight. We will have 3 minutes of warm-up, so we will be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name is Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
When people hear a Till Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom. Two words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place where fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Welcome back. We got about 10 seconds. We will be into the the second feature to qualified drivers for next Thursday night's finals. This is the Dirt Track Bank World Finals. Again, none of this possible without the Dirt Track Bank coming on board. We will take a look at your field here for the feature. Patrick Spengler, Aiden Young on the front row, followed by Stephen Goldner and Joseph Canellis. Bruce Hilton, Steven Spees in row number 3, followed by Mike Schultz, Andy Patton in row number 4. Randy Shreves, Kyle Moonen in 5. Brian Moore Sr., Kurt Schatzer in 6. Zach Neubauer, Brandon Templeton in row number 7. Michael Vitale and Gary Taylor are in row number 8. Ryan Beagle, Lance Ripka in row number 9. Steve Bixler, Kevin Davis in row number 10, and Robert Lentz Jr. So the 121 did make it in. We saw the 69 and their 39 do battle in the Veterans Division, so we will see how this plays out. The track is a lot more war than it was during the Veterans race, so hopefully that will open up multiple grooves. We do have 25 laps for this race. You saw the 52 car in the B main getting that bottom side to work. You can see it slick almost out to the outside wall. There is a band of tacky grip down on the low side, so that may be where these guys head, although the middle looks pretty tempting to me also. Again, we have 25 laps to get it done. Spengler and Young back at the front of the field. Pace truck is off. Spengler coming out of turn 3. making his exit of turn 4, looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. 25 laps to send a driver to the Thursday night finals. Spengler on the bottom side. It is Steven Goldner that pulls to that rear tail tank. 69 car of Aiden Young. We have had a change. That top side was highly occupied. Young able to make the pass up high in the 69. Looks like the caution did come out early. Let's see what happened here. Replays brought to you by the Dirt Track Bank. Looks like there were numerous incidents. The 125 gets turned around, gets into the 87 machine. That is the Air Force ride of Andy Patton. Aiden Young and Patrick Spengler at the front of the field, followed by Steven Goldner in the 30. Goldner had a great run early on that 39 machine on that bottom side. 69 car is the only car who tempted the high side and made it work with a great run off of turn 4, able to make the pass on the 39 car of Patrick Spengler. Looks like the lights are off on the pace truck, so the pace truck should exit this time by. Leaving the field to the 69 of Aiden Young. This restart will be on the leader. As always, we are single file in sprint cars. Great jump by the 69 as Aiden Young opens up a bit of a gap between himself and second place Spengler. Steven Goldner, he's been digging on that bottom side and making it work. He stays down low. That top side out of turn 4 just gets a great run. Goldner into the outside. Looks like Kurt Schatzer this time in the 218 machine. That is another Dirt Track Bank entry. And my teammate, driver out of Pennsylvania, Kurt Schatzer in the 218. That's his teammate down low. Two Dirt Track Bank drivers side by side coming out of turn 4. This happened up front. That's the 16 car. Schatzer working the high side. That lane closes off. He cannot correct in time. He gets into the back of that one car of Joe Canellis. And makes contact with the 87. Aiden Young, Patrick Spengler, Goldner, Hilton, Shreves are your top 5. Watch that 55 of Steven Spees. Pace truck is off. Great jump by Aiden Young on that bottom side. Opens up a great lead over Patrick Spengler. Now Spengler covers that bottom side. That's where the 30 car wants to run. They make a little bit of contact. 39 car of Spengler is able to get away. Shreves is going to take it 3 wide. That's Randy Shreves battling out with Hilton and Spees. They will run 3 wide. Watch that 24 car of Kyle Moonen there. Yes, we are working lap 7 of 25. Aiden Young, we saw earlier, once he gets out in the lead, he can be a tough customer to deal with. Patrick Spengler in P2. He is almost a second gap between himself and your leader. Slide job from the 39. He's able to hold the lead. 69 car of Aiden Young decides to stay up low. Caution comes back out for Zach Neubauer. See what happened to the 52 machine. Runs up behind Moore Sr. That is the 213 of Vitali on the bottom side. Looks like Spees gets into the 10 car. That will send the 55 around. The 10 will come down and collect the 52. So that's an incident that not... So Neubauer, just an innocent bystander, gets caught up. Working lap 9 of 25, so we do have a ways to go here. Coming up next are the Pro Late models, and we will close out the night with the 358s. These are all fixed setup machines. Pace truck is off. Another great jump by Aiden Young, although he didn't get as good a jump as he did the last couple restarts. 39 car of Spengler and Steve Goldner. Those two have moved off the bottom. Now Shreves is tempting the middle here to see if he can't find some grip. That may cost him a position to Kyle Moonen in the 24. There's not many better at running that high side than the 24 as he pulls alongside of Shreves. Up front, Patrick Spengler was able to make the pass. Aiden Young trying to return the favor. Slide job coming. As another caution comes out, that is the 218 of Kurt Schatzer. And the 75 of Bixler. Schatzer gets a little bit loose up high. Nothing happening there. The 218 comes in hot, gets into the back of the 75. Patrick Spengler able to own that position. So made the pass and is able to hold the lead. So we'll see how the 39 car does on restarts. Spengler, Young, Goldner, Moonen, Shreves are your top 5. We are not quite halfway home yet. We've seen the 39 and the 69 battle it out already once tonight. Those two back at the front of the field. Pace truck should exit this time by. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Spangler with a great jump on that high side. Aiden Young now going to battle it out with the 30 of Stephen Goldner as he thought about a slide job, able to hold it off of the 69 machine. Moonen currently in P4, followed by Randy Shreves. Biggest mover of the race, that is the 213 of Michael Vitale. Brandon Templeton running a slider line to run to the extreme high side here. Kevin Davis in the 121, up 6 from his start. 52 of Neubauer battling out with Joe Canellis. Caution comes back out. Oh, that is your leader getting into it, the top two. We will have to see how this played out. 69 gets into the outside wall. Nowhere for Goldner to go. Those two running P2, P3. That will mix up the field. Not sure how damaged those cars are, but I would think they'll have to go in for their quick repair. No one went over. And they will. So Aiden Young stays out on track. Let's take a look of that. See if we can see. Looks like that right front is towed out a little bit. So we will see how this plays out. Looks like that top wing is dinged up a little bit. So the 69 car may not be up to full song here. Patrick Spangler in the 39 at the front of the field. Pace truck is off. We will see how this incident affects that 69. We saw that top wing and the right front towed out quite a bit. It will be Spangler with the restart as he comes off of turn 4. Great restart. Kyle Moonen now moves up to P3. He's going to try to go down low. Aiden Young, he will make the pass on Young. Aiden Young running the high side. Now Randy Shreves taking a peek underneath. 56 car will make the pass as the 39 car. That is Spangler checking out on the field. Quick caution comes back out. That is Ryan Beagle this time. Riding along with that 84 machine. You can see a little contact down low. Beagle slides up, gets into the outside wall, which usually does not play well with the open wheel sprint cars. Slows him down. The 121 gets into the back of the 84. 52 comes in. A lot of action going on in the back of the field. It is the 84 and the 121 that suffer the most damage. Working lap 18 of 25, the second race of the Dirt Track Bank World Finals. Patrick Spengler trying to punch his ticket to the big show on Thursday night. He's got Kyle Moonen, Randy Shreves to the rear. Pace truck is off. Michael Vitale up 10 positions from his start into P5 in that 213. That is your biggest mover of the race so far. Great jump by the 39 of Spengler. It looks like Randy Shreves is going to still stick to that middle lane. Let's take a look at the 56 as Spees tries to get alongside. The Gambler Motorsports driver in the 55 is on the high side. Shreves in the LGR entry on the middle of the track. That is for the third podium position as we are 3 wide behind him. Vitale in the 213, Brian Moore Sr. and Brandon Templeton battling it out. That is per position 5, 6, and 7. Stephen Goldner trying to make his way back to the front of the field. He's battling out on top of the 16 car. That is Mike Schultz. No challengers for Spengler. Moonen is clear. The action's back here for that final podium position as the 55 of Spees is currently in the final podium as Shreves and Michael Vitale trying to make a run for that final podium on lap 23 of 25, now 24 of 25. One car off the track, that is the 84 of Beagle. He will take it to the pits. Spengler, Moonen, Spees are your top 3. Randy Shreves, Vitale, Goldner are the 3 cars on the outside looking in at a podium. Goldner gets into that outside wall, running above the 213. Spengler will take the victory, followed by Moonen, Spees, Shreves, and Goldner, your top 5. We will get a word with your top 3 here momentarily. As they go for a podium shot. So Michael Vitale moves up 9 from his start. That was your biggest mover of the race. He's able to finish in 9th position. Well, Kyle Moonen was second. Couple of drivers up 8 from the start. One of them being the 24 car of Kyle Moonen. As the drivers line up for the podium shot, we will get a quick interview as soon as they come back. Or get up into the booth, my apologies. We will get a word with those drivers. We have Steven Spees. That is exactly who we're looking for. Steven Spees in that 55 machine is able to move up 3 from his start. Steven, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you, Joe.
Hey, man, great run. 55, you moved up 3 from your start. Looked like the track started out a little bit slick. The bottom was good for a minute. The top came in. What was your preference?
Well, I would have preferred to be on the bottom, but seemed like the speed was on top. So just had to kind of grit your teeth a little bit, cross your fingers, and put that right rear right on the wall and hope that you didn't overdrive it, which I did once and lost some spots, but through other attrition, kind of got back up there. So, just keeping the car clean and out of too much trouble landed me here. So I'm real happy with the third place. This is not my best car by any means.
Yeah, man, I'd take a podium any day of the week for sure. So we had a lot of cautions, as you mentioned. Do you think you had anything for those top 2 if we would have got a longer green flag run?
No, absolutely no chance at all. Those two are way better than I am in these sprint cars. Like I said, it was a matter of luck and attrition and just staying out of trouble for me to finish up there. I rarely drive the sprint car anymore. So like I said, I'm thrilled. I consider this a win.
Yeah, man, you were up there with actually three of the best in Spangler, Moonen, and Shreves. And you brought her home on the podium, my friend. Gambler Sports 55 on the podium is great to see. Who do you want to thank for your podium finish?
Yeah, shout out to everybody that's putting this on, you putting the time in and doing the broadcast. That's gonna be a lot of racing tonight. So always thanks to my Gambler teammates. Aiden ran good earlier, had a little bad luck here. We'll see how Zach does tomorrow night. And we're missing John, but he's on a bit of a break, so we're trying to do good for him while he's gone.
Yeah, man, great way to start the week. Wish you best of luck for the rest of the week and hope to see you Thursday night.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Yeah, man. Kyle Moonen in the 24 machine. He moves up 8 from his starting position in the 24. Kyle, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, great run in the 24. You moved up 8, as we alluded to here during beginning of this interview. How'd you get up there, man?
Just trying to be patient, avoid some stuff. I got pretty lucky there. A couple of the wrecks I just barely missed, so glad to get through those, and was just trying to be patient, wait for the track to burn off.
Yeah, and it looks like that happened. We had definitely two different lanes. It looked like mid-race it kind of switched. The bottom was good early. I know you typically run that high side from watching you over the past few years. Do you ever think about going down low?
Occasionally. I'm not as good down there as like Brennan and Goldner are, but I do sometimes, and I actually ran the bottom a little bit there, at the beginning. But yeah, I like it when it gets on the fence and slick all the way to the top. So.
Yeah, it did that pretty quick tonight with the number of cars that we had. If we got the longer green flag runs, you think you had anything for that 39?
I don't think so. I think the gap was just going to grow, to be honest with you. If we had another caution, I might have been able to stay on his bumper, but he doesn't make many mistakes, and he's fast up there, so you gotta be on top of it.
Yeah, man. So great run by the 24. Started off your week with a second place. So looking to improve that and hopefully see you on Thursday night. Who do you want to thank for your podium finish?
Just all the guys at Bandy Built, Ross Corinne at Velocity Race Design, you guys for the broadcast, and everyone that helped put this deal on. It's pretty cool. They do these charity races, and glad to be in them.
Yeah, man. Congratulations, and we're gonna see you in the pro late models.
Yep, I'll be in there.
Right on, man. Hope to talk to you again.
All right, appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Bye.
39 car of Patrick Spangler comes up one position short in the opening race of the night. Patrick, this is Joe. You got me?
Yep.
Well, man, that's how you get it done right there. You put the 39 car up front, pulled away from the field, got your victory and a ticket punch to Thursday night. Walk us through your night.
I thought the bottom was going to be in a 3 and 4 because it wasn't the warmest, but it went away. And just trying to get comfortable up top. And I finally got comfortable with a couple laps in. A lot of cautions, though, so you lose your rhythm there, but it looked good at the end and just turn off some qualifying laps on the top and just try to keep out of the wall. And now,
yeah, man, we're actually looking at you run. Since you're talking about the top, I am telling you, your rear tire, your right rear is probably 6 inches from that outside wall, man. I got to tell you, I know I interrupted you a little bit, but what a pleasure to watch you run, my friend. So, yeah, I apologize for interrupting, but had to tell you that. So, yeah, man, we saw you down low early. You moved up high, and by the picture we're looking at, you mastered that high side, man. So that is freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, usually I'm junking it in the official, so I was happy not to junk it here and put it in the wall. Usually I get sucked in, so good way to start off the night. And this is now my worst car, so we'll see how I do in the pro lights.
Yeah, man. Congratulations. Who do you want to thank for your drive to victory lane?
Got Your Six Racing Network for broadcasting tonight and broadcasting through the entire Coast to Coast League and Friday Night Lights. Roger for putting on the league, Dad and Uncle back on watching, Training Wheels Racing, and Dudak some designs for the wrap.
Yeah, man, it's got to feel good that you got your way into the final at least. Now you got two more cars to make your way through here. You going to run the Pro Late Models tonight?
Yep, gonna run those and hopefully get a good dice roll and start on the pole. Not get a big invert on the final night, so we'll see how that goes.
Right on, man. Good luck. Hope to talk to you next race.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is night one of the Dirt Track Bank World Finals, and that is Patrick Spangler bringing home the victory. We will take a quick break. When we come back, we will have the Pro Late Models, which aren't run too often, but we will be right back.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
You know, Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the Spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources, in opportunity, right now.
The goal at any given race is, of course, to win. And CrowdStrike, AWS, and DXDT were fortunate to achieve championship-winning results in 2020. We're extremely proud to be partnering with Operation Motorsport through our racing initiatives. Their program seeks to place military veterans in various positions inside a real racing team. The experience aids in their retraining, recovery, and rehabilitation.
So my name is Chad Failing. I'm a staff sergeant retired out of the United States Army. I am with Kevin Boehm under DXDT. You're getting creative. You're getting taught to think outside of the box.
We couldn't be more proud to be affiliated with this great program. In the spirit of giving back to the community and creating meaningful opportunities, we're committed to building a diverse motorsports platform with the amazing men and women who have served our country.
Welcome back. We have returned. We are here with the Pro Late models, another full field. Looks like we currently have 23 drivers. So looks like if no one else jumps in here in the next few minutes, that everyone will make it to the feature tonight. Currently at the top of the board is Mark Gilbert in the 76 machine with a 1530, followed by Billy Roberts in the 99 with a 1535. Brandon Templeton matches the 99 time. Steven Spies with P4 with a 1337. Dean Reynolds with a 38. So we are getting ready to go to qualifying here. Matter of fact, we have just advanced to qualifying. Again, it looks like we had 23 cars in the field waiting for the first driver, and it will be the 10 car of Bruce Hilton. He is first out on the track. We will follow along with the 10 car. As the track is getting super busy, we got the majority of the field currently on the track. As we follow along, looks like the 10 car pushes pretty bad there in 3 and 4. Or 1 and 2, my apologies. Again, the Dirt Track Bank World Finals. It's going to be accumulation of points between the 360 sprint cars, these late models, and the 358. So you will see drivers that don't typically run various cars that they have to run now if they want to get a good payday. Following along with the 99 of Billy Roberts, currently 9th quick. Mike Schultz out on track in the 16 car. Let's see how Mike Schultz does as he is coming off a turn 4. These are Pro Late models. Making a dash for the flag stand here. 12th quick for Mike Schultz. Kurt Schatzer in the 218 just finishing up. He's 6th quick. 55 of Steven Goldner winds up in 2nd quickest behind Brandon Templeton. Mike Schultz in that 16 machine. Steven Goldner in the 30 car. He moves up to 13th quick. Zach Neubauer out on track in the 52. Currently 22nd quick. Kyle Moonen just moved up to 15th quick in that 24 machine. Kevin Davis out on track. He is 5th quick for Kevin Davis. Brandon Templeton with your current quick time Zach Neubauer, 22nd quick. 24 car of Kyle Moonen just finishing up. 14th quick. It looks like that will do it for qualifying. It is the 31 car dirt track bank entry. The driver out of Corning, Iowa, Brandon Templeton with your quick time, followed by Spees. Aiden Young, Vitali, and Kevin Davis are your top 5. DeGood, Schatzer, Smith, Spengler, Shreves rounds out your top 10. We will have heat racing, followed by probably, not sure if we'll do a B main. We may. I'll have to see what the format is, and we will wrap it up with the feature for tonight. Heat 1, Brandon Templeton on the front row with Aiden Young. Kevin Davis with Kurt Schatzer in row number 2. Patrick Spengler, Ryan Beagle in 3. Stephen Golder, Mike Schultz in row number 4. Mark Gilbert, Stephen Maurer in 5. Stephen Bixler and Robert Lynch round out your field of 12 drivers. So big heat race tonight with 12 drivers in heat number 1. It will be that 31 car that will roll off on the pole with your quick time. For tonight, that is Brandon Templeton, driver out of Corning, Iowa. Aiden Young, we've seen the 69 at the front of the field all night in the sprint cars. Now we'll see how he does. He is an accomplished late model driver, so we'll see how he does here in the late model race. Kevin Davis on the inside of row number 2 with the 218 to his outside. That is Kurt Schatzer. Patrick Spengler in that 39 is on the inside of row number 3 with the 84 car of Ryan Beagle to his outside. So we are getting ready to go 8 laps here. Top 4 heading to the feature. Everyone else, as I said, will most likely go to a B main. We'll have to see how that plays out. Pace truck is off. That will leave the field to the 31 of Brandon Templeton, coming off a turn 4, looking for the green flag. Aiden Young, again, is a late model specialist of sorts. We've seen him run real good in the sprint cars. Brandon Templeton on the low side. It is Aiden Young that gets a run on the high side. Templeton, he's going to stay down low, try to get underneath the 69. Those two are going to be side by side at the exit of turn number 4. Kurt Schatzer in the 18. He's able to move up to P3 that makes contact there with Kevin Davis. Those two are side by side. It is Patrick Spengler, the first car on the outside looking in. Top 4 heading directly to the feature. Schatzer on the high side, Davis on the low. Davis moves up in front of the 18. They make contact both into the outside wall. That will put Stephen Goldner in the 4th position. Patrick Spengler in the 39 is able to move up to P2. Brandon Templeton, Aiden Young at the top of the field. Working lap 4 of 8. We have a mixture of driving going on in the back. Looks like the 18 and the 76 make contact. Somebody wasn't able to check up. Kurt Schatzer is able to keep going. Aiden Young at the front of the field, followed by Templeton. Spengler in the 39. Spengler and Young have been at it all night in the sprint cars the previous 2 races. Ryan Beagle is the 4th and final transfer driver with the 16 of Mike Schultz, the first car on the outside looking in at a transfer position. Not sure if lap traffic will come into play, but it is Aiden Young up front. Let's go on board with Aiden Young, see what it looks like from the front of the field. As he takes the white flag, Aiden Young running the middle lane there. Templeton running in the middle, coming off of turn 4. Aiden Young heading for the flag stand. It will be the 69, followed by Templeton. Spengler and Ryan Beagle are your top 4. Heat 2, Steven Spies, Michael Vitale on the front row. Bob DeGood, Malachi Smith in row 2. Randy Shreves, Dean Reynolds in 3. Kyle Mooner and Billy Roberts in 4. Bruce Hilton, Barry Goldner in 5. Zach Neubauer will start at the tail end of the field in P, number 11. Waiting for Steven Spies in the Gambler Motorsports number 55. There is Steven. Got Michael Vitale in the 213 to his outside. It's like Aiden Young in the first race was able to use that outside starting position to his advantage. Looks like that outside line was the place to start. We'll see how the track wears throughout the night. Another great wrap by the 79 of Dean Reynolds. To Mission 22 and the red, white, and blue on board. Great looking wrap, Mr. Reynolds. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to the 55 of Steven Spies. Watch that 213 on the outside. This will be interesting. That outside was the place to be in the last heat race on the start. This start is on green, so all drivers have an equal opportunity here on the starts. Green flag is out. We are underway. Vitale and Spies side by side at the line. They will stay side by side. Looking for Steven Spies to slide up and get to that outside lane, and he will do it at the exit of turn 4 on lap number 1. So put the 55 at the point, followed by Vitale. The 13 car of Malachi Smith, followed by Bob DeGood in the 7. Bob DeGood in that 7 machine is in the 4th and final transfer position. Again, like to thank Bob DeGood for his service to our country in the United States Air Force. I think he ended up retiring at Richards Gebaur Air Force Base in Kansas City, Missouri. So it's actually the base when we went to Desert Storm that we flew back into when I was stationed in Missouri. So that's kind of cool. Randy Shreves gets into the back of the 7 car over Bob DeGood, collects the 79, the 10 involved. Up front, Steven Spies checking out on the field. Spies making that bottom side work. Vitale followed by Malachi Smith in the 13. Kyle Moonen in the 24. In the 4th and final transfer position, the 56 of Randy Shreves is in P5. Billy Roberts in the 99 in P6. So the front of the field has gotten spread out. Barry Goldner is in P8. Zach Neubauer. Dean Reynolds is able to continue, missing the front end of that car. They are not far in front of your leader. That is Steven Spies, Gambler Motorsports driver. The Murano Racing driver, the 213 of Michael Vitale in P2. Malachi Smith, Kyle Moonen. So your front 4 spread out with 1 lap to go. Malachi Smith looks like he thought about going up high and trying to make a move on the 213. These 4 are set for a feature run tonight. It will be Spies, Vitale, Smith, and Moonen, your top 4 heading to the feature. Looks like we will have a C main. That is Mark Gilbert, Zach Neubauer on the front row, Kevin Davis, Barry Goldner in row 2, Kurt Schatzer, Dean Reynolds in 3, Steve Maurer, Bruce Hilton in row number 4, and Stephen Goldner will round out your field of 9 drivers. So we will take a quick peek here Looks like 4 will transfer to the B. So we must have had some cars join late, as it appears 3 of these cars will be going home. Or 4, actually. Half the field making it to the back of the B main. Goldner and Neubauer on that front row. Dean Reynolds, we saw the 79 car get involved. The 18 of Kurt Schatzer in the 218, not 18, are in row number 3. So they're on the outside looking in currently. So you got 2 quick cars rolling off outside the 4 that will transfer at the beginning. Stephen Goldner is back there also in the 30 machine. So the back of the field is strong. We will see how they go through this heat race. It is 10 laps. Bruce Hilton did not make the call to grid. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to the 50 or 76 of Mark Gilbert. Green flag is out. We are underway. 52 car on the outside of the 76. Looks like that outside was working early. 52 may have over-rotated a little bit. Not a good drive off at turn number 2. Gets into the back of that leader there. That is Mark Gilbert in the 76. Kevin Davis, Zach Neubauer battling it out. Kurt Schatzer now, he's trying to move up. Barry Goldner in the 36 is the final transfer position in that light blue machine. Kurt Schatzer trying to take that position away. They are side by side. Goldner coming from the back in the 30 machine. Goldner now, he is your 4th transfer driver. Dean Reynolds trying to make hay on that outside in the 79 machine. He's got to get by 1 more car to make it to the feature. Schatzer stuck on the middle lane. Looks like that outside is full. We are going to go 3 wide at the exit of 4. They make it through. That is Goldner, Schatzer, and Neubauer. Schatzer loses P4 to Dean Reynolds. So the 79 car on the high side gets into the outside wall. Those 2 make contact. Gilbert still at the front of the field. A lot of action going on behind him as Goldner and Neubauer battle it out for P2. Kevin Davis is in the 121. That is the final transfer position. Kurt Schatzer goes for a crossover, makes the pass in turn number 4. Schatzer will use the slider line in 1 and 2. Will the 121 battle back on the bottom side. Both cars stay up high this time by. Mark Gilbert up front, out in front of the field. Goldner, Neubauer have settled the top 3 positions. As Schatzer and Kevin Davis, they make contact. 18 on his lid. Put the 36 in the final transfer position on lap 9 of 10. So 2 to go, coming to the white flag. It is Mark Gilbert who will take the white flag, followed by Goldner, Neubauer, and Stephen Goldner, and Barry Goldner is in P4. That is how they will finish. Is Gilbert, Goldner, Neubauer, Goldner are your top 4 in the C main. Mike Schultz, Randy Shreves on the front row of the B main. Robert Lynch, Billy Roberts in row 2. Steve Bixler, Bob the Good in 3. Mark Gilbert, Stephen Goldner in 4. Zach Neubauer and Barry Goldner are in row number 5. We will take a quick peek here. So all cars will head to the feature here, looks like. Mike Schultz at the front of the field, followed by Randy Shreves. Shreves pulls up to the rear bumper. Mark Gilbert in the 76. You saw a lot of action early in the back of the field. Again, you have a lot of drivers that are not used to driving the various models of cars, but the final payout next Thursday night will be based on an accumulation of all 3, sprint car, late model, and the modified. So a lot of these drivers not used to these particular cars. It is Randy Shreves running in P2. Let's go on board with the 56 as he tries to reel in Schultz on lap 5 of 12. Looking out the back at Mark Gilbert in that 76, you can see Gilbert way to the outside, trying to make up some room on the outside as Shreves. You can see Shreves right up to the outside wall. There's a look at the right rear of the 56 machine. Going on the nose of Mark Gilbert in the 76 as Shreves is going for the pass on Mike Schultz. Shreves on the middle. Schultz up high. It will be Schultz at the line. So the 56 car showing his nose down low, goes up high. Gonna try a crossover. Looks like that 56 car got a little tight. Shreves running that grip down on the bottom. You can see the track starting to wear in. This is lap 10 of 12. As Shreves closes in, as does Mark Gilbert. Top 3 under a blanket here. Shreve cuts down low. Looks like Schultz tried to cover the bottom, couldn't quite get it done. Shreves moves up to the outside. 16 crosses over, makes contact with the 76. Shreves will try a crossover. We have 1 lap to go. The cars at the front, your top 3, putting on a whale of a show. That is the 56 of Shreves down low. 16 car, Mike Schultz up high. Shreves will dive it down low. Will he slide up? No, he'll keep that car down low. Coming off the top side at the line, Schultz, Shreves, Gilbert. Great run by your top three. We will have 3 minutes of warm-up, ladies and gentlemen, so we will be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name is Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word is getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people. Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more. Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country.
Welcome back. Practice just wrapped up. Brandon Templeton at the top of the board, followed by Spees and Beagle. It will be Aiden Young, Steven Spees on the front row, followed by Brandon Templeton, Michael Vitale in row 2, Patrick Spengler, Malachi Smith in 3, Ryan Beagle, Kyle Moonen in 4, Mike Schultz, Randy Shreves in 5, Mark Gilbert, Stephen Goldner in 6, Bob the Good, Robert Lynch in 7, Barry Goldner, Zach Neubauer in 8, Stephen Bixler and Billy Roberts will round out your feature of 18 drivers. We've seen Aiden Young at the front of the field all night long. 55 of Steven Spees to his outside. Brandon Templeton, Michael Vitale in row number 2. And not far behind is that 39 car who has been at the front of the field all night, followed by Malachi Smith, the Venom racing driver in that 13 machine. You can see the track didn't wear quite as much as it did in the 360 sprint car, so a lot of grip left out there. 25 laps will settle it. The initial start is on the green flag. Pace truck is off. Don't forget, coming up next, we will wrap up the night with the 358 modifieds. Aiden Young coming off of turn 4, looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. We are underway. Spees in the 55 on the high side. That seems to be the preferred line, although the 69 with a great run off the bottom of 2. Steven Spees all over the rear bumper of the 69. Let's go on board with Spees, Gambler Motorsports driver in P2. Those two battling it out. Patrick Spangler moves up to P3. Patrick Spangler right on that outside wall. Brandon Templeton in the 31 machine gets into the outside wall. The 213 of Vitali is able to hold on to it. As the 84 of Ryan Beagle, he moves to the outside. So it looks like we definitely have 2 lanes of racing. Spees will go for the crossover. 55 car up in front of the 69. Crossover coming. Looks like the 69 pushed. Could not get the car to cut down. So that leaves the lead to the 55 of Steven Spees. Aiden Young, Patrick Spangler. Where have we heard this song and dance before? Brandon Templeton currently in P4, followed by Ryan Beagle in the 84 machine on lap 7 of 25. Somebody got into that inside tire. That was Mark Gilbert. We are 3 wide. That is Malachi Smith and Kyle Moonen. The 30 car into the outside wall pretty hard. That might mess up the handling of that 30 machine. Steven Spees up front, opens up a gap on the second place car of Aiden Young. Patrick Spangler in P3 in the 39 machine. So the front 4 have gone nose to tail here early. Vitali and the 16 car of Mike Schultz. Mike Schultz giving that bottom side a peek. The 84 car of Ryan Beagle currently in P7. Kyle Moonen, we've heard that name with sprint cars. He's in a limited late or a pro late model. My apologies. He's currently running in P8. Stephen Golder, Malachi Smith from Venom Racing is in P10. Not missing much up front as the 55 checks out on the 69. Will we see another epic battle between the 69 and the 39? Brandon Templeton in P4. As the caution comes out on lap 14, so let's take a look. I see a yellow flag, but I don't see a cause for the yellow flag, so my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. SDK is not showing a reason for the caution. So Steven Spees currently at the front of the field. This will bring all drivers back nose to tail. This should be a double file restart, I would think. Again, we will be running all week. Tomorrow night will be the same exact format as we have tonight, except for the veterans race. I think the veterans will run the pro late models tomorrow night. And then we go into the last chance qualifiers type deal on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So we got a full week of racing here. It is Steven Spies at the front of the field on lap 16 of 25. Aiden Young in P2, Patrick Spengler in 3, Brandon Templeton in P4. Kyle Moonen's going to dive down low. We got a bunch of cars down low. Malachi Smith was involved. Caution does come out. Looks like Zach Neubauer. Looks like everybody diving for the bottom here. You see the 13 of Malachi Smith with the Tasmanian Devil on the back of the Venom Racing machine. Makes contact in the left rear of the 52. .52 goes around Randy Shreves. Wrong place, wrong time once again. Beagle on the inside. .75 car gets by this time. Steven Spies, gotta hate these restarts. That brings Patrick Spengler and Aiden Young back to his rear bumper. Don't give up on the 31 of Brandon Templeton running in P4 or the 24 car. That is Kyle Moonen in P5. 213 of Michael Vitale is still out on track. Again, big shout out to Michael Vitale. Thank you for your service to our country, my friend, in the United States Air Force. Working lap 18 of 25. Coming off of 4, Steven Spies looking for the green flag. Your leader is off. Decent start over the 69. Aiden Young will dive the 69 down low. Spengler will keep the 39 car up high. Looks like Spengler gets a good run off of 2. He's able to pull up to the right rear quarter of the 69. And will be able to do the same at the exit of 4. 39 car into that outside wall. Templeton is able to cut down at the last minute. He will cut down in front of the 24 of Moonen. 55 car of Spies able to break away from the field. Looks like we might have a battle here. We'll go on board with Kyle Moonen. Moonen has the 213 car all over his rear bumper. Let's check out where Michael Vitale is. He may be, let's go to the left rear. There is the 213. Now Moonen moves up to that outside in front of Spengler. It is a 55 of Steven Spies sneaking away from the field. Got over a second, almost second and a half gap between himself and Aiden Young in the 69. Brandon Templeton in P3, followed by Kyle Moonen in the 24. He's battling it out with the 213. This car, the 52, is lap traffic. So who will get by the 52 the best? It looks like Moonen will dive to the outside. He will make the pass on the 52. Vitale will keep it down low. Makes his pass on the 52. Moonen able to navigate that lap traffic a little bit better. Brandon Templeton in P3, top 3 checking out on the field. Spies now with almost a 2-second gap between himself and Aiden Young. It is Spies for the win. Aiden Young P2, Brandon Templeton are your top 3. We will get a word with your top three here momentarily. Brandon Templeton in the 31 car starts third, finishes third. My great friend, Brandon Templeton. This is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Hey, man, great run. Walk me through your night.
Well, I was really just hoping to get qualified in one of these, and so got it done and feel like accomplished for the night. Whatever happens is from here on out's a bonus. But, just trying to find a line that worked, and it kind of never went away from the high side. Late, it started coming in low, maybe a little bit on 3 and 4. But at that point, I was just happy to survive and get a third. So moving on to Thursday.
Yeah, man, that is great news. So you are representing the Dirt Track Bank, man, in this Dirt Track Bank event. So, man, you are showing well for the team. Who do you want to thank for your podium finish and your drive to Thursday?
First and foremost, got to thank Jay with Dirt Track Bank, part of Malvern Bank there in Malvern, Iowa. Awesome bank, putting in, not only towards sim racing and helping out the league and all this in Mission 22, but supporting real racing with all the stuff they do and sponsorship there. Yourself got your 6 Racing Network, Hammer Down Racing, VMR Wraps, Extreme Images, Maley's Makery, Big C's Lawn Care. Got your 6 Racing for doing the stream, and everyone for putting this on, Mission 22. Hopefully we raise a lot of money. Thanks.
Yeah, man, great run, my friend, and I'm looking forward to watching you on Thursday.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Steven Spies or Aiden Young. We will talk to the 69 car of Aiden Young. He starts on the pole. He's able to drive the 69 car up on a podium finish in P2. Aiden, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you.
Man, there you go. It's the 69 and the 39. Both of you are up front early, man. Walk us through your night. You only dropped back 1, but, man, with all the cautions, it looked rough out there.
It was a little rough. Just kept trying to be smart.
And late models are kind of your deal, man. I've watched you in another series, and man, you kept her up front. Steven Spies was able to open the gap. Why do you think? Did he find a line that you weren't running? Because he kind of ran away from the field. Were you studying that line for Thursday night?
Yeah, I just think he was getting a better race start than I was, and I was kind of being sloppy with the wheel and not as smooth as I normally am.
Yeah, man, it's another podium for the 69. So who would you like to thank for your podium finish?
I gotta thank Cool Ray as always, Gambling Motorsports, Young Gun Creations, and my family for letting me do this.
Yeah, man, we gonna see you in the 358s?
Yes, sir.
Right on, man. Maybe be the third time we talk tonight.
Maybe.
Yeah, good luck. Steven Spies in the 55. Gambler Motorsports driver starts on the outside of pole. He's able to make the pass in that 55 machine and check out on the field. Steven, this is Joe. You got me?
Sure do.
Man, I'm not even going to ask you how you did it because you made that look too easy. There was no question who was going to win that race. At one point, you almost went up by 2 seconds. Another great run by the 55. Now you're heading to Thursday, man. Did you think you found something tonight that you can use on Thursday, or is it the same old dirt track at Charlotte?
Yeah, kind of the same old, same old. Up around the wall, just be careful and don't get into it too much, which whenever you've got clear track is a heck of a lot easier than it is when you got somebody in front of you and it's hard to see your marks and exactly where the cushion is. So being up there in front was a huge advantage. You get to get a little bit of a jump on the restarts, and like I said, nobody's blocking where you need to go and where you need to be looking, so it's much easier up there.
Yeah, man. You know what? I think it's almost an advantage if you're running P2. I asked Aiden Young if he was watching your line for Thursday night. Are you expecting more of the same on Thursday night? I wouldn't think it would change much with a fixed setup.
Yeah, I don't think it'll change much. I think the difference will be how many cars do we have and what weather conditions. I'd love to see it get real slick and where the top and bottom we can run both and put on a good show. I don't really enjoy those riding around the wall races, but that's what we've got. So that's what we deal with and do the best we can with it right now.
Yeah, you take full advantage of it tonight, my friend. Who would you like to thank for your drive to victory lane?
Yep. As always, thanks to the Gambler teammates. Congrats to Aiden on getting second there. It's always fun racing. If it was going to keep slicking up, I was worried he was going to come get me, but it was tacky enough. We have to say, I think I forgot to do it last time through, but thanks to Cool Ray and everything they do for our leagues, this and other leagues that we all run. So, and then I'd like to say thanks to anybody that's tuning in and watching this. Hopefully we're putting on some decent entertainment and some shows tonight, and come back and watch it all week.
Yeah, man. Cool Ray and the Dirt Track Bank coming up huge for this charity event. So that you guys are a part of it. That's awesome, man. You going to run the 358s?
Reluctantly, but yes.
All right, my friend. Great run so far. Maybe we'll talk again.
Let's hope so. Thanks.
All right, man. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There are the pro late models here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. Now we know the cars that have advanced to Thursday night. We are moving on to the 358 division. Again, next week tomorrow night is going to be more of the same format. We had about 70 cars join, so we're going to run the same deal tomorrow night. But while we get ready for the 358 modifieds, we will take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Mission 22 is dedicated to unite the country in the war against veteran suicide. Bringing our veterans home is every American's job. Ambassadors are creating impact in their community across the country. Mission 22 has comprehensive treatment programs for post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injury at no cost to veterans. This is an American issue. No matter where you stand, there's a place for your support. Visit mission22.com to learn more.
This October, some of iRacing's best dirt racers come together for one of the biggest A-days ever. All dirt roads lead to Charlotte and the Dirt Track Bank World Finals, presented by the Dirt Alliance. Fixed 360s, pro late models, and small block modifieds collide for 7 action-packed nights in a pursuit of a guaranteed purse of $1,500. 3 champions and an overall world champion will be crowned. Register now for this great event. Go to c2crl.com for more information. The World Finals run from October 21st to the 27th. 100% of registration goes to Mission 22 in their fight to end veteran suicide. A joint effort between the Coast to Coast Racing League, Friday Night Lights, and Dirt Track Bank, a division of Malvern Bank. Don't miss it.
This November, dirt racing's most celebrated stars align in an electrifying spectacle. The World of Outlaws World Finals. All dirt roads lead to Charlotte as the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars, World of Outlaws Case Late Models, and Super Dirt Car Series Big Blocks collide. 4 action-packed nights, 3 season champions. Get your tickets now. November 2nd through the 5th at the Dirt Track at Charlotte.
I am Sergeant Clay Warren. I suffered from PTSD. In 2013, I ended my own life. Now my voice has been brought back to speak to people like me. Know that you're not the only one. Things can get better. You don't have to carry that burden anymore. Speak up now to get the help that you need.
22 veterans end their lives every day. You just heard the reconstructed voice of one of them. Seek help at mission22.com.
Welcome back. It is time for the nightcap. Those are the 358 modifieds. Kurt Schatzer in the 218 at the top of the board with a 16,190. Michael Vitale in P2. Brandon Templeton in the 31 car in P3. Billy Roberts in the 99, followed by the 55 car of Steven Spies in the Coolray number 55. Dean Reynolds in the 79 car. He's currently in P6 and sits in the pits. Randy Shreves is in the 56 car. He's in P7, getting ready to come back out on the track. Stephen Goldner in the 30 machine. He is P8. Aiden Young in the 69 car is P9. We are getting ready to go qualifying for your nightcap. This is night 1 of 7. All proceeds going to Mission 22. Again, this event brought to you by the Dirt Alliance. That is Coast to Coast Racing League and Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. Thank you all for tuning in. We're getting ready to wrap it up tonight. Dean Reynolds in the 79 machine is the first car out on the track. Another great wrap by the 79. We've seen the red, white, and blue Mission 22 on that 79 machine all night. We will try to follow along with as many drivers as we can as that 69 is working on the outside. Dean Reynolds, director of Super Dirt Car Series, is running with us tonight. I'd like to thank Dean for all he does. For Sim Racing, Steven Spies in the 55 car is out on track. We will time. It is Ryan Beagle, Brandon Templeton. Beagle with the 16,318. Aiden Young, let's follow along with the 69 machine. Anyone has anything better than a 16,318 put down by the driver of the 84? That is Ryan Beagle. Barry Goldner out on track in the 36 machine. Ryan Beagle still on the point. Goldner currently 16th quick. Steven Spees in the 55 car, wrapping up second quick. Malachi Smith in the 13 car. He will be 8th quick. Mark Gilbert in the 76 with us. He is currently 12th quick. The 99 of Billy Roberts, he's running in 11th. Barry Goldner in the 36 machine. He will be 17th quick. Kevin Davis now out on track. We do have a few cars still left. Kevin Davis, 15th quick. Barry Goldner in the 36. He's 18th quick. Mike Schultz in the 16 car. He's 19th quick. Kyle Moonen, Randy Shreves in the 56. He moves up to 7th quick with a 16.437 for the 56. Kyle Moonen, he moves up to 4th quick in the 24. The Vanderbilt 24 machine getting it done up to 4th quick here. Can he close in on Ryan Beagle? Looks like Beagle has a lock on your quick time for tonight. Mike Schultz in the 16th. 22nd quick. Kyle Moonen still out on track. Now he shuts it down 4th quick. So it looks like that will wrap it up. Mike Schultz still on track in the 16, getting some extra laps. We have 23 cars in the field for tonight. Again, tomorrow night's schedule looks exactly like tonight's schedule. The only change will be the veterans will be running a different car tomorrow night. Heat 1, Ryan Beagle, Kyle Moonen on the front row. Kurt Schatzer, Dean Reynolds in row number 2. Patrick Spengler, Mark Gilbert in 3. Samuel Bachman and Mike Schultz will round out your field of 8 drivers. So Ryan Beagle with tonight's quick time will roll off on the pole. He's got Kyle Moonen behind him. 79 of Dean Reynolds. We got a stacked second row with Reynolds and Schatzer there. Patrick Spengler, the 39 car, has been up front all night, as has been the 76. Mark Gilbert has run into some bad luck, but has been running quick up front. So we will see if he can keep the nose clean on that 76 machine and close the deal. Ryan Beagle drives a real car up in Canada. He is our only Canadian representative in this heat race. We do have a pretty even mix between the two countries. So welcome aboard, U.S. and north of the border. Greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. These are the 358 Modifieds. We're about to close out night 1 of the Dirt Track Bank World Finals, which will eventually lead to a $1,500 payout at next Thursday night. Pace truck is off. That leaves the field to the 84 of Beagle. Got 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 heading to the feature. Green flag is out. We are underway. Beagle, Moonen, Schatzer, and Reynolds are your top 4. 39 car of Patrick Spengler. He wants to get in that top 4, punch his ticket straight to the feature. He's trying to get underneath the 218 of Kurt Schatzer. Can't get it done that time by. Schatzer running side by side with the 79 car of Dean Reynolds. Somebody got into an inside tire. You saw him on their side there. Beagle led from the drop of the green flag. Kyle Moonen in P2. Dean Reynolds, Kurt Schatzer are your top 4. Patrick Spengler is the first car on the outside looking in. We will go on board with the 39 as he tries to get up to that 218 of Kurt Schatzer. Oh, Dean Reynolds makes contact with Kyle Moonen. That looks like that was going to open up a position. Spengler's taking it 3 wide at the exit of turn 4. Spengler will take that 4th and final transfer position momentarily, side by side with Dean Reynolds. Let's go on board with Dino as he tries to battle his way back into the top 4. You can see him tucking in behind that 39 machine. Dean Reynolds keeping that car down low. Schatzer dives down for the bottom in front of the 39. We will go on the front bumper of the 218 of Kurt Schatzer as he pulls up to Kyle Moonen in the 24. Your pole sitter and quick time qualifying driver, Ryan Beagle, checking out on the field. 39 car of Patrick Spangler. He slides down low. Makes a little contact with the 218. Dean Reynolds gets into the outside wall. On lap, that is the finish. So Beagle, Moonen, Schatzer, Spangler moving on to the feature. Heat 2, Steven Speeds, Bruce Hilton on the front row. Randy Shreve, Malachi Smith in row 2. Billy Roberts, Aiden Young in 3. Stephen Bixler rounds out your field of 7 drivers. We've seen Steven Speeds be pretty quick tonight, and no matter what he drove in that Gambler Coolray number 55 machine. He's got Bruce Hilton to his outside, Randy Shreves and Billy Roberts on row number 2. My apologies, that's Randy Shreves and Malachi Smith in the Venom Racing number 13 machine in row number 2. Pace truck should exit this time by leaving the field to that 55 of Steven Spees. Steven Spees coming off of turn number 4. Looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. We are underway. Spees able to take over the lead. Now Randy Shreves in the 56 car trying to get underneath the 10 of Bruce Hilton, and he will do so. Looks like the bottom side is the place to work as we are 2 by 2 in P2 and 3 and 4 and 5 there. So it is the top 4 that will transfer. So Aiden Young in the 69 car battling it out. He is currently in that 4th and final transfer position as the 13 of Malachi Smith tries to close in. Steven Spees able to hold off the field as Randy Shreves, he moves into P2, followed by Hilton. The 69 car, we have contact. Malachi Smith was on the wrong end of that deal. That was the 99 car of Billy Roberts. Aiden Young battling it out with Bruce Hilton for P4. Not sure how hard these guys will run on lap 6 of 8. They do go nose to tail. Malachi Smith, the first car on the outside looking in. Steve Bixler in the 75 machine is in P6. Billy Roberts has exited. He's currently in the pits. Hayes, Shreves, Young, Hilton are your top 4 transferring to the feature. Stephen Goldner, Brandon Templeton on the front row of heat number 3, followed by Michael Vitale, Steve Maurer in row number 2. Zach Neubauer, Kevin Davis in 3. Barry Goldner rounds out your field of 7 drivers. Stephen Goldner will roll off in that 30 machine on the inside of row number 1. He's got Brandon Templeton is outside in that 31 machine. Michael Vitale in the 213 on the inside of inside of row number 2. And the 888 of Steve Maurer on the outside of row number 2. 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 heading directly to the feature. Green flag is out. We are underway. It is Templeton and Goldner side by side at the line. Templeton on the high side. Goldner working on the low side. Templeton with a great run on the 30 machine. Looks like he gets a little tap from behind from the 213 of Vitale. Now Vitale going for P2. Kevin Davis in the 121, currently the final transfer driver. Steve Maurer in the 888 is the first car on the outside looking in. 213 of Michael Vitale battling it out with the 31 of Brandon Templeton for P2. Templeton running the middle lane, and it is the 213 down low. Templeton able to pull up even with Vitale here. Yes, Davis in the 121 is kind of watching what's going on in front of him. The 52 of Zach Neubauer is the first car on the outside looking in. So he's waiting for somebody up front to make a mistake. Stephen Goldner getting away from the field. Michael Vitale in P2. Brandon Templeton in P3. Working lap 5 of 8. Templeton is the only car of your top 4 trying that high side here. Yeah, Stephen Goldner in that 30 machine. He's checking out on the field a little bit. Currently has almost a second gap between himself and Michael Vitale in the 213. Brandon Templeton still running that outside line in 3 and 4, and he stays up high in 1 and 2. Kevin Davis in the 121, currently in P4. Templeton able to gap the Kevin Davis in that 121 a little bit. Templeton now moves up behind the 213 of Vitale. Goldner, Vitale, Templeton, Davis are your top 4 that are moving on. In the B main, Samuel Bachman, Malachi Smith on the front row. Zach Neubauer, Mike Schultz in row number 2. Steven Bixler, Barry Goldner in 3. Dean Reynolds, Billy Roberts in row number 4. Steve Maurer and Mark Gilbert round out your field of 10 drivers. Everybody heading to the feature. So these drivers are racing for their starting positions in the feature. It will be the 007 of Samuel Bachman. We got 10 laps to get it done. Green flag is out. 16 car getting a little bit antsy back there. 007 of Samuel Bachman will run the bottom side below the 13 of Malachi Smith. Malachi Smith will roll up into P2. Neubauer working the bottom in the 52 machine. We're going to go 3 wide. That's Billy Roberts in the 99. Thought about 4 wide. Dean Reynolds now is moving up through the field in the 79 machine. We'll go on board with Dean Reynolds as he tries to close in on Barry Goldner in that 36 machine. Samuel Bachman with the lead on lap 4 of 10. Malachi Smith up to P2, followed by Mike Schultz, Zach Neubauer. Again, everybody heading to the feature from the B. They are racing for their starting positions. Mark Gilbert up 3 positions from his start in that 76 machine. Samuel Bachman coming to the one to go here. Bachman followed by Malachi Smith, the 13 car, putting pressure on the James Bond entry of the 007 Samuel Bachman. They got 2 more corners to navigate. That is the 36 car in front of them. It will be Bachman, Malachi Smith, Zach Neubauer, Mark Gilbert, Billy Roberts are your top 5. We will have 3 minutes of warm-up, so we will be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name is Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word is getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Welcome back. We are about to go feature racing as we are wrapping up warm-ups. 31 of Brandon Templeton at the top of the board, followed by Stephen Golden, Ryan Beagle, Aiden Young, Kevin Davis are your top 5 in warm-ups. Doesn't look like the track has wore as much as it did with the sprint cars or the late models. So looks like there is still plenty of grip out there. So we're getting ready to go racing. Hoping that the track would burn off a little bit so we get 2 lanes of racing, but here we go. Ryan Beagle, Steven Spees on the front row, Stephen Golder, Kyle Moonen in row number 2, Randy Shreves, Michael Vitale in row number 4. Schatzer Young in 5, Templeton Spangler in Schatzer and Young in 4, Templeton Spangler in 5. Hilton Davis in 6, Bachman Smith in 7, Neubauer Gilbert in 8, Billy Roberts, Stephen Bixler in row number 9, Steve Maurer, Mike Schultz in row number 10, Barry Golder and Dean Reynolds will round out your field of 22 drivers. We do have 25 laps to get it done. As the pace truck picks up the field, Ryan Beagle, Steven Spees again on the front row. Your quick time in warm-ups is the 31 car. Top 6 heading to Thursday night's finale. So you want to be in the top 6 in this one. Your warm-up quick time qualifier was the 31 car of Brandon Templeton. He will roll off on the inside. It looks like row number 4. Ryan Beagle looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. 25 laps to get it done. Top 6. Moving on to Thursday night. Beagle down low. Spees trying the high side in the 55. We're going to go 3 wide back here with Kyle Moonen. Randy Shreves is in the midst. And the caution does come out early. That's Samuel Bachman that I'm showing. In the 007 James Bond entries. The 10 car checks up. No place for the 007 to go. He will collect the 99 car of Billy Roberts, who is also not able to check up down low. That will bring out our first caution on lap number 1. We will go double file once again. Ryan Beagle, Steven Spees still on the front row. That's Stephen Golder, Kyle Moonen in row number 2. Drivers are coming off at turn 4. Restart will be on the leader. He does wait until we drop the green flag. Great start by Ryan Beagle. Again, he races look like street stocks. I have not talked to him. Don't know much about Ryan Beagle, other than he does race in real life in that 84 machine. Races up in Canada. Steven Spees in the 55, working the outside of Stephen Goldner there. Goldner in that 30 machine. He's able to hold P2 on that bottom side. Looks like the bottom side. Beagle is getting a great run down there. Goldner dives up top, gets in front of Steven Spies. We are 3 wide back here. It looks like Templeton, Shreves, and the 69 of Aiden Young. Templeton almost gets into that inside tire. You saw the 31 have to make a correction, gets into that 56 car on the outside. Top 3 under a blanket. That is Beagle, Goldner, and Speeds. Kyle Moonen in that 24 machine working the outside. Behind him is the 213 of Michael Vitale. That is your top 5. Aiden Young, caution does come back out. Looks like we're with Bruce Hilton in the 10 machine. You can see the 56 of Randy Shreves in front of him. That's the 52 car of Neubauer. 10 car slides up in front of the 52. Oh, Malachi Smith gets into the outside wall. And nowhere for the cars behind him to go. Dean Reynolds makes it through in that 79. He threads the needle. Working lap 6 of 25, so we do have a ways to go here. Ryan Beagle will take us to the green flag once again on lap 6 of 25. Green flag is out. We're underway. Great start by Beagle. Gets out in front of the field. Hugs the bottom side. Steven Goldner, he's going to go to the high side, see if he can't make something happen up top. 30 car up high, followed by Kyle Moonen. Down low, you have Ryan Beagle and Steven Spies trying the bottom side. So we definitely have 2 lanes of racing here. 24 of Kyle Moonen is able to make the pass for P3. Steven Goldner on the high side. Looks like the 84 push into turn 3. That will give the lead to Steven Goldner. Ryan Beagle will fall back to P2. Kyle Moonen now up to P3. You got a line of cars on the high side. Down low, now Moonen dives down low. Slide job coming, no room there. Moonen will lose several positions. Goldner checking out on the field. Beagle, he's running a cut down line, entering high in 3, coming out low in 4. Aiden Young in P3, followed by Spangler. Where have we heard that song and dance before? The 39 and the 69 battling it out. 39 throws the slide job. They are side by side at the line. Aiden Young's going to try a slide job. No room. Makes contact. Spangler over on his lid. Let's take a look at what happened here. That is Aiden Young and Spangler right in front of your camera. Running 3 and 4. '69 car trying a slide job. Didn't go all the way to the bottom. comes up on the left front of the 39. That collects P3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So your top 7, 8, 9 is involved, 10 is involved. So this adds a whole new complexity to the race. Goldner now will lead, followed by Ryan Beagle. So not much has changed up front. Aiden Young in the 69 car. Now Vitali in the 213 car. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to Stephen Goldner. 2 Canadian drivers up front, and Goldner and Beagle. Not sure what kind of damage that 69 car got. Looks like he makes it through 1 and 2 okay. Kurt Schatzer, he's going to dive down low, as is Brandon Templeton. So you got the Dirt Track Bank teammates running down low. That is Kurt Schatzer in that yellow and orange number 218. Brandon Templeton in the green machine. Up in front of him is Michael Vitali in the 213. Stephen Goldner up front, followed by Ryan Beagle. They are about to encounter lap traffic. We will see how they get through lap traffic. Brandon Templeton still trying to run the bottom side. He falls in line behind his teammate, Kurt Schatzer. Now Schatzer dives down low, trying to get underneath Vitali. So they will pull side by side. On lap 17 of 25. Brandon Templeton, the first car on the outside looking in, as the top 6 will transfer to Thursday night. So teammates battling out for the final transfer position. Up front, Stephen Goldner, followed by Ryan Beagle in the 84, Aiden Young in the 69, Kyle Moonen in the 24, Vitali in the 213. You got 2 teammates battling out for that final 6th transfer position. That is Brandon Templeton and Kurt Schatzer. Schatzer makes contact with the 213 of Michael Vitali here. Let's take a look and see if we can find out what happened here. Again, tonight's replay is brought to you by the Dirt Track Bank. That is the 218 down low. He dives underneath Vitali here. Vitali running the high side in the 213 machine. Kurt Schatzer with a good run in. Just doesn't have the room to quite clear. Open wheel cars are not great with contact. That will collect Vitali and his teammate, the 31 of Brandon Templeton. That will send the 213 to the pit for a quick repair, I would assume. Stephen Goldner, Beagle, Young, Moonen, Schatzer, and Randy Shreves are currently your top 6 on lap 21 of 25. Great start by Goldner, although Beagle goes right with him. Aiden Young in the 69 car in P3, followed by Kyle Moonen. Kurt Schatzer in P5, followed by Randy Shreves in P6. Again, the goal is to qualify in all 3 divisions, so each division is its own deal here. Looks like Patrick Spangler may be involved. Got the 39 car working on the top side as the 10 car of Bruce Hilton down low. Spangler is able to the 10 car comes down the open front wheels of a modified. Do not like contact as the 39 goes around. Vitali gets into the back of Spangler. So we will line it up and try again. Stephen Goldner at the front of the field on lap 23 of 25. Goldner on the high side will take us to the green flag. Beagle in P2. Great start by Goldner in that 30 machine. Working lap 23 of 25. 69 car of Aiden Young is in P3. We will look back. Randy Shreves in the 56 car. That is the 6th and final transfer driver to Thursday night's finale. Up front, Goldner and Beagle going to battle it out. Now Beagle pulls up to the rear bumper of Goldner. We'll go on board. 2 Canadian drivers battling it out for the victory here on the last lap. Beagle gets into the outside wall. Will Aiden Young be able to close the deal? No, sir. Goldner, Beagle, Young, Moonen, Schatzer, Shreves are your top 6 that will transfer. We will get a word with your top 3 here momentarily. Goldner, Beagle, and Young. Ryan Beagle trying to advance up into the field there. Late gets into the outside wall. We will get a word with your top 3 here momentarily. Aiden Young had a great night so far tonight. We will get a word with the driver of the 69 machine, Aiden Young, who moved up 5 positions from his start. Aiden, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you.
Man, once again, you put the 69 at the front of the field. Walk us through your night there.
Yeah, it's just kind of up and down all night and just trying to keep it in a transfer spot.
Yeah, you definitely kept it in a transfer spot. So you're going to be busy on Thursday night, which is a great thing. So did you have anything for the top 2?
Yeah, I might have if they got battling, but other than that, not really.
Yeah, it's kind of typical Charlotte. We're actually watching a replay. It was kind of nose to tail here as we got to the end of the race. Looks like the track didn't wear as much as it did in the sprint cars for sure, or the limited late models. Did you notice a lot more grip out there than the previous two divisions?
Yeah, I didn't really notice it because the 358 never really has that much grip. So
Yeah, man, great run by the 69. So you're going, it looks like, to Thursday night in all three divisions. Who would you like to thank for your podium finish?
I gotta thank Gambling Motorsports as always. Cool Ray for being on the cars and my family for letting me do this.
Yeah, man, congratulations. And I look forward to watching you Thursday night, my friend.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Ryan Beagle started on the pole in the 84 machine. He fell back one position to Stephen Goldner. Ryan, this is Joe. You got me?
Yep.
Man, great run in that 84. It was fun to watch tonight. Looks like you are headed to Thursday night. Man, walk us through your night.
Yeah, it kind of surprised myself getting quick time there, and then the heat, I just had to hit my marks, and the feature there, I didn't. It sucks leading like that. You got mirrors, but you don't want to hit or chop a guy off too bad. So I didn't know the top was coming in quite that good. So Goldner got around us, but we were able to hang with him at least.
Yeah, man, we talked throughout the night. I kind of follow you on Facebook. Now you drive a real race car. Talk to us about that a little bit. What's the difference here?
Mostly the seat of the pants feel, and if you wreck something here, it doesn't hurt as bad. So you try stuff, you go for it a little harder on here, I find. But other than that, it's I wouldn't say it's the same thing, but it definitely helps the real thing.
Yeah, man. So funny that we talk about this because we're getting ready to go real racing this year. So, man, this will be our first year. So it's fun to watch, man. And like you, I hope to use the sim as a tool to get better in a dwarf car. So great run by you, my friend. Who do you want to thank for your podium finish and your entry into Thursday night?
Thanks everybody that's putting this deal on. It kind of fun to race for some money on iRacing. We don't get to do it too often, so just thanks for everybody who puts this on.
Yeah, man, great run. We'll see you Thursday night at least.
Yep. Well, hopefully we talk to you then.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Stephen Goldner in the 30 car. He moves up 2 positions from his start. Stephen, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Man, that's how you get it done, my brother. You headed to Thursday night. The 30 machine was tough up front all night, man. How was the track tonight? It didn't look to me like it wore out very much.
No, it wasn't super wore out. There was quite a few. You know, the bottom was really good early. The top came in pretty good. I'm sure with the 100 lapper on Thursday, it's going to be a completely different track. So we'll have to do a little bit more work, a little bit more practice. But yeah, the track was still good tonight. Kind of one lane there at the end, I think. I never really went in anywhere else once I got the lead because, you know, you don't want to mess up a good thing. But yeah, pretty happy with the track, pretty happy with the car.
Yeah, man, and pretty happy with the victory and an invite to Thursday night. 100 laps sounds insane. Does tonight help you for Thursday night, or was tonight just kind of like I guess a heat race for Thursday night?
I haven't really been in a modified here in a while. It's been, you know, months since I strapped into one of these things. So it's a good practice laps for me. I don't know if I'll get some more before then, but yeah, we definitely need to pick up some speed in the late model there. But it should help me out a little bit for Thursday night.
Man, it just sounds insane. 100 laps. You know, I run a Monday night in a sprint car in the rig, and I'm about wore out. So 100 laps sounds insane, man. But the great thing is you're going to have your opportunity to run that 100 laps. Who would you like to thank for your drive to victory lane?
I got to thank all my teammates at Vanderbilt. They're a great group of guys. Definitely helped us out all night. We had, you know, a lot of guys spotting for the teammates there, and you know, a couple other guys. Beagle popped in for the night. That was good to have him back in there. BregmanBrothersBio.com, Ross Print have Velocity Race Designs. He always makes the cars look really good. You guys for the broadcast, Roger for the league, and every charity involved for this deal.
Yeah, man. Great run by the 30 car. We will at least see you Thursday night.
Yep, for sure. Hopefully we'll see you all three divisions.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There are the 358s. That is night 1 of 7 for the Dirt Track Bank World Finals. We do know the 18 and the Veterans car that are heading to Thursday night. So greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. Saw a lot of action on the track. Tomorrow night, we have more of the same. So tune in, watch all the action at Coast to Coast Racing Network. And until next time, we will see ya.
I'm Chris Jakimick, and I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Throughout my military career, I spent the bulk of my career out in Las Vegas. It was the first job I had as I was protecting some sensitive resources out there at Nellis. I would deploy to Kuwait early on in my military career with a larger weaponry system to support Operation Southern Watch. And then from 2003 to 2006, I was part of the emerging drone mission for the United States Air Force and Department of Defense. We were fighting the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan from our backyard. You'd be in war for 12 hours of your shift, and then you'd drive home to your apartment here in Nevada. So psychologically, it was very odd. Like, you felt you were in the combat zone every day because you were seeing it on the screens and it was that important, but I don't know what it did to the human psyche at the time. Some things would kind of happen in my personal life after that would change a lot. When Adam joined the Marine Corps, it was a natural fit. Anybody who joins the military, especially after 9/11 happened, you're looking for that purpose. I think that's why he made the choice. It's like, let me go be a Marine. He was in between Fallujah and Ramadi during the heaviest parts of the fighting of the Iraq conflict. I mean, you hear guys like Jocko and everything talk about like the triangle of death. My brother was dead set in the middle of the triangle of death with a Marine unit. I think it changed him. Like, you look at everything across history, you read any of the books out there, war changes anybody that's been involved with it. Trauma or mass events like that changes anybody, and it really changed my brother. And I get that call. I get the text actually from my stepmom. I was like, I need you to call me as soon as possible. Something's wrong with Adam. All right. Didn't think anything of it. And I'm about to pull off the highway to go celebrate and have some pizza with my classmates. And she's like, Adam's dead. Adam's dead. He had died by suicide that day. 25th of July, 2017. And it changed my world forever.
I think that was the first time I saw or heard someone broken through the phone. There was a time where I was concerned that he wasn't going to make it. There were times I thought, we're going to have to camp out outside of his house, or we might get that phone call. Are we ready for that phone call?
I couldn't catch a break. A fellow first sergeant I served with, he had died by suicide. On the day of my buddy's funeral, I'm going through social media, and I see this, what appears to be a manifesto from one of my old airmen. My first thought was like, today's not going to be a good day. And sadly, my hunch was right. He had killed his own family and taken his own life on the day of my buddy's funeral. It was just compounding trauma after trauma after trauma. I cracked. I fell hard with alcohol. that was rock bottom. I've first heard about Mission 22 just by like surfing the internet and looking on there and seeing some of the programs that they had available. I was like, something seems right about this. To be in a program like the R&R program with them and the innovative things that they're putting together, I have not seen in any other veteran nonprofit. It's putting all this stuff together to heal in the most effective way possible. They're making you do a lot of the hard work through reading, through audiobooks, through physical fitness, through nutrition, open discussion, critical thinking, neuroplasticity and cognitive feedback to where you're developing the brain more. It's given me a chance to regain my life. Cycling's been a big part of my recovery. Is around the time I retired, a little over a year ago, I set forth, as like, you know, like, let me set this goal to ride 2,020 miles in 2020 for another veteran nonprofit that supports Gold Star families and those lost either to accident or to suicide. Every time I got on that bike, I was like, you know what? There's a name, there's a dash that I'm gonna honor today. Not the dates on the gravestone. Is like, I'm gonna honor that life. So it gave me purpose. And it just became like a release for me to where the pedals would spin and I would get out of my head for a little bit. Physically, I was starting to feel better. I could see the improvements, and I've tracked my data over the past year, and it's phenomenal on the growth that I've had on a bike.
He's just on a mission and is relentless about it. You know, every day he pushes it from, you know, the loss of his brother and a number of different trauma that he had gone through in his life. It was absolutely critical for him to find something that he could sink his teeth into. I think he's taken the ball and run with it with Mission 22, especially the R&R, the recovery and resilience part. I think it makes him stronger in the person that he is today.
I don't know why I fell on the bike. It was just like, okay, it called to me, and then I kept going. So you know that scene from Forrest Gump where he just starts running one day and it ends up in Monument Valley in Utah? He's like, I'm tired, I think I'll go home now. I'm not tired yet. I'm not ready to throw the towel in like Forrest Gump did. I'm getting on that bike and I'm keeping on going because there's something about it. There's something about just getting out in nature, having that breeze in your face and seeing some of the beautiful landscape here in Las Vegas where it takes you away from the stressors and the challenges of the world for a little bit. And you can just appreciate the beauty that is out there and be in the moment. And then it got serious because the Air Force enrolled me in the Air Force Wounded Warrior program and it transformed into lo and behold training. If I do this well, maybe I can go represent the Air Force. Maybe my grief and everything in my entire story can come to fruition because I can put the energy into something positive. If I made the team, I'd just be overwhelmed with emotion. I suffered a lot of my trauma because of my military service. But at the end, it's like, I gotta be grateful that I'm allowed to compete in this because there are others who didn't make it home or lost the war at home that's what it's about.
Please welcome our very own Director of the Air Force Wounded Warrior Program, Colonel Rich Obert. Over to you, sir.
Welcome, warriors and athletes. Today we're going to announce the 2021 Air Force Team for Warrior Games. The selection was difficult as there were many hardworking and deserving individuals, and the work and dedication was apparent by all. I know the suspense is killing you, so I'll turn it back over to Marcia. Good luck to each of you. Back to you, Marcia.
All right, thank you, sir. Starting us out from Air Education and Training Command, Major Daniel, Lieutenant Dan Cariña. Yes, yes, yes. Air Combat Command, out of Texas, Master Sergeant Nicole Nikki Favre. Georgia, Technical Sergeant retired Antonio Del Vecchio. From East Liberty, Ohio, Airman retired Pete Murphy. Technical Sergeant retired Margie Hinkle. And coming up next, former pole vaulter that is very similar to Blaze Bilardi, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, Master Sergeant retired Chris Jacksomek. Warrior Games competitor back on the team, Staff Sergeant retired Joseph Alex Pate.
Woo.
What? He did
All right.
big things back in the day. He's gonna do big things. Coming to you from St. Henry.
Wow. We look at Mission 22 and we see all the shirts, we see all the flags out there. I don't think enough of the people understand how big the programs actually are and how that is actually in there. And like, I'm a benefactor from the donations of these private donors that are there to allow me to live life, to improve life for not only myself, but for friends, for fellow veterans, for my children, for my girlfriend, for my family, is to be that, to say, you know what? We can keep going at the end of the day. We can keep going, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how difficult life becomes, we can keep going.
We have this this value in the Air Force, this belief, a wingman concept. We're gonna take care of each other. We've got each other, and there gives us hope, right? And so if you have been knocked down, I say this a lot, by the baseball bat of life, right? You're on the ground. If you know that someone's got you, it's got your six, no matter what, that's gonna help you get back up again. And that's part of Mission 22, I think, for him. That connection, that human connection, that's what's gonna save us. Yeah, that's what saved him. He can be a light in darkness. No matter how dark that spiral is, to know that someone got back up again and navigated their way out, that they can get through it too, that they are not alone. Not for one moment of one day. That's what he could be. He could be a beacon of light.